As the seasons shift and the home seeks a gentle transformation, the pairing of blush pink and sage green has emerged as a poetic blend in modern interior design. These two muted tones invite tranquility, elegance, and a natural flow into every corner of the space. When merged with the Handmade Imperfect beauty movement, this color palette does more than refresh the room. It tells a story of authenticity, comfort, and quiet sophistication deeply rooted in American sensibilities. This narrative explores how to embrace this palette and ethos to create a meaningful and charming refresh for the modern home. Blush pink evokes a gentle warmth, like the hue of a soft sunrise or vintage rose petal. Sage green, on the other hand, channels the freshness of herb gardens and shaded woodland paths. When combined, these two colors create a serene but emotionally rich palette that feels both grounded and whimsical. This duality is at the heart of the blush and sage green refresh, a look that is simultaneously soft and confident, perfect for homes that aim to feel curated yet casual. In a culture that celebrates individuality and craftsmanship, the Handmade Imperfect beauty trend has struck a resonant chord. This style values the irregular, the organic, and the story behind each item. A hand-thrown ceramic vase with uneven edges or a brush-stroked wall mural becomes not just decor but a reflection of life itself, flawed, unique, and undeniably human. Blush pink and sage green amplify these qualities by emphasizing subtle textures and soothing visuals. Introduce blush pink through layered textiles like cotton slipcovers, hand-quilted throws, or macrame cushions dyed in soft rose hues. Let the color cascade across tufted armchairs, handmade ceramic lamps, and watercolor wall art. The imperfections in stitching, the softness of worn fibers, and the gentle tonal shifts in hand-dyed materials lend the space a sense of lived-in luxury. When paired with sage accents, the pink gains grounding and presence. Sage green finds its natural home in the kitchen, especially through handcrafted cabinets or open shelving painted in chalky sage tones. Consider vintage style, hand-glazed tiles for the backsplash, showcasing slight variations that catch the light differently. A handmade pottery bowl brimming with fresh herbs, linen napkins dyed in gradients of green, and reclaimed wood cutting boards complete the picture. This kitchen becomes a hub of warmth, nourishment, and creative expression. In the bedroom, let blush pink dominate the bed linens, think hand-stitched quilts, stonewashed duvet covers, and velvet accent pillows with raw edges. Sage green can enter subtly through painted nightstands or botanical illustrations. Pair this with imperfect handmade elements like uneven ceramic lamps, woven baskets, or a headboard crafted from reclaimed wood. Together, they create a tranquil sanctuary that invites both rest and reflection. Even the smallest rooms deserve intentional beauty. A sage green clawfoot tub or blush-tinted plaster walls can turn a bathroom into a retreat. Add handmade soap dishes, crocheted hand towels, and glass bottles with handwritten labels. The charm lies in the irregularities, the slight wobble in a soap dish, the frayed edge of a towel, the hand-etched designs in mirror frames. Set the tone from the very start by styling the entryway in blush and sage. A handwoven rug with faded blush patterns, a sage-painted bench with visible brush marks, and a handmade coat-hook rail crafted from driftwood bring warmth and authenticity. Incorporating heirloom or found items reinforces a sense of heritage and belonging, inviting guests into a home that values craftsmanship and comfort. Walls offer expansive opportunities for handmade beauty. Try a blush-toned lime wash or sage green stucco for texture and movement. A large-scale hand-painted mural of abstract botanicals can tell a visual story across a room. Don't fear irregularities, embrace brush strokes, fading gradients, and uneven patterns. These elements speak to effort and imagination, enhancing emotional connection to the space. Textiles are the soul of the handmade aesthetic. Introduce blush and sage through vintage-inspired prints, hand-loomed rugs, and repurposed fabrics. Consider mismatched curtains sewn from found materials or a patchwork table runner stitched together by hand. These personal touches offer not only visual texture but also a tactile sense of care and creativity, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. Avoid mass-produced prints and instead seek or create art that feels intimate and raw. A series of blush-toned ink drawings, sage watercolors, or mixed media collages can add depth to your walls. Showcase handmade frames with uneven corners or chipped paint, highlighting their character. This artistic layer reinforces the interior's handmade story. Choose furniture that feels natural, worn, and lovingly made. A sage green rocking chair with hand-carved details, a blush-stained oak coffee table, or a reclaimed sideboard with visible nail holes and texture tell stories through their surfaces. These are pieces that wear their history proudly and invite slow living. Blush and sage live harmoniously alongside nature. Fill the home with sage bundles, eucalyptus wreaths, and dried florals in dusty rose and pale mauve. Use hand-thrown vases, rustic pots, and mismatched planters. These organic elements mirror the palette and embrace the spirit of imperfection found in nature itself. Style your dining area with blush-toned linens, sage ceramic dishes, and hand-carved wooden utensils. A handmade runner down the center, perhaps dyed with plant pigments, anchors the table. Imperfect, artisanal dishware invites diners to slow down and savor both food and aesthetics. This is where function and handmade storytelling meet. One of the joys of this palette is its versatility across seasons. In spring, pair blush and sage with fresh florals. In fall, introduce dried wheat and terracotta. Winter welcomes cozy throws and pine accents. With each season, rotate handmade accessories, embroidery hoops, soft quilts, handwoven wreaths, to keep the look evolving while staying rooted in the original palette. This theme is not limited to adult spaces. In nurseries and kids' rooms, blush and sage are soothing alternatives to bold primaries. Think hand-painted wall art, crochet toys, or soft, handmade mobiles. These elements nurture creativity and a sense of calm, perfect for developing minds surrounded by artisanal beauty. Outdoor spaces and blush sage vibes take the palette outdoors with handmade planters, blush-toned cushions for patio seating, and sage-painted rocking chairs. Use terracotta pots with weathered finishes and imperfect ceramic lanterns for evening light. These small touches make porches and patios feel like seamless extensions of the home's handmade story. Rather than buying everything new, seek handmade goods at local craft fairs, online artisan platforms, or vintage shops. Look for items that tell stories, whether it's a cracked glaze planter from a potter or a hand-stitched pillow from a neighbor. These finds add richness and depth to your decor journey. Blush pink and sage green offer more than a color update, they provide a refreshing lens through which to see the home. When combined with the ethos of handmade imperfect beauty, this palette transforms interiors into soulful spaces that honor authenticity, artistry, and lived experience. The gentle tones calm the eye, while the imperfections speak to the heart. In embracing these principles, we build homes that are not just stylish but deeply personal, places where every brushstroke, every stitch, and every chip tells a story worth living in.